Hello, I'm Dr. Stephen Ferguson. I have a large medical practice in Eastern North Carolina, and I enjoy lots of aspects of medicine, but I think what's happening here is a really good thing. This No Excuse Healthy Living Alliance. That's powerful. Now, when you get to think about what are some of the common medical problems, particularly amongst African Americans, you got to say diabetes, you got to say hypertension, you got to say lung problems with sarcoidosis, you have to say cancer, stroke. Those are really common problems. You know, one that often gets forgotten, drug abuse. Really big, and not just the African American community, but in all communities. I bet most of you didn't know that more people die each year of drug overdose than do of breast cancer. It's a pretty big deal. So as they get this alliance going, I just encourage all of you that are out there to get involved and to gain an understanding of some of these medical issues. Healthy living goes right along with No Excuse for a Healthy Alliance. And when I say healthy living, I'm talking preventive health, because did you know that it takes about 8.5 years before we can detect cancer in any shape, form, or fashion? So what does that mean? That means you got to prevent. You got to get on the prevention role. And how do you do that? One way is to start with the Mediterranean diet. Mediterranean diet is one of the most studied diets in the world, and it has a decreased incidence of Alzheimer's disease, decreased incidence of cardiovascular disease, decreased incidence of diabetes, hypertension. The list goes on and on. A very, very sharp place to start. So look it up. Look up Mediterranean diet and begin to do that. You can go by my website, which is AskDrFerguson.com, and under frequently asked questions, you'll find an outline of the Mediterranean diet. And just real quickly before we stop, it starts with the top of it's like a food pyramid. At the top is sweets and red meat, just a few times a month. Underneath that, you're going to have poultry a few times a week. Underneath that, you're going to have fish, maybe 5 times a week. By the time you get to the middle of the pyramid, you have things like olive oil, one of the best things out, extra virgin olive oil. Then the next layer on the pyramid would be fruits and vegetables. And then the last pyramid would be grains. And so the last ring of the pyramid. So that's a really good place to start when we talk about No Excuse for Healthy Alliance. All right, so on that note, be blessed. I look forward to meeting some of you in the future. All right, God bless.
With North Carolina, with No Excuse Healthy Living Alliance, we have collaborated and joined together with a group of organizations and churches in different counties surrounding Pitt. We have collaborated with Stokes, Farmville, Greenville, and we have put together a group of coaches where we will have trainings and seminars and workshops in which we will have a group of 7 to 9 participants participating in a 6-month span on how to eat healthy, live healthy, to help reduce chronic illnesses, high blood pressure, diabetes. Our different trainings and workshops will consist of the Cooking Matters class. We will collaborate with the North Carolina Council of Churches. We will have demonstrations in which we will put together smoothies and find different ways where we can create meals to help you eat better, live better, and also save you time while you are trying to get ready for the next day. Within this 6-month time frame, we will have a program called Charity Tracker in which our coaches, whom we have collaborated with in our different counties, will input the information on their clients into the system, starting with their height, their weight, their BMI, their blood pressure, and at the beginning of the study, which will begin in June, we will have a beginning weight, and then at the end of the study, which will be in December, we will have an end weight and end BMI. We will discuss nutrition with our trainees, in which we will teach them how to read food labels, how to shop better, how to shop healthier. They will know about the different things on the back of the labels concerning sodium, sugars, the contents of these items, how much they should or should not eat in order to help them to live a healthier, longer life. With the Cooking Matters class, there will be demonstrations in which the coaches will learn, such as how to make smoothies with yogurt and different fruits, such as how to make different vegetables by using a blender and blending them up, as well as blending them maybe with fruit. And with these cooking demonstrations, all of these items that we will create together and combine together will have an end result of a healthy product for them to learn how to continue to live a healthier and longer lifespan. Our coaches will meet once per month, and we will sit at a round table discussion in which we will discuss how our participants are doing in the study. We will know whether they're losing weight, whether they're gaining weight, whether their pressure is going up or down, whether their BMI stayed the same or whether it went down or whether it went up. The most important factor that we want to concentrate on will be how to take care of your body by living healthier, by eating healthier, by choosing the right foods, by reading the nutrition labels, by knowing what to put together in a combination of ingredients in order to help you to live a healthier and stronger life. So we are hoping that the trainings that we are supplying to our health coaches through the No Excuse Healthy Living Alliance program with our 9 or 10 coaches that will again develop a group of participants ranging from 5 to 7 individuals. These 5, 7, or maybe even 9 individuals, at least one will be able to say that they have done better and not worse through the course of this program. And they, in return, will be able to train others to do the same thing that we have trained them to do. Thank you.
My name is Bob Hudak. I am an Episcopal priest, and I serve as rector or pastor of St. Paul's Episcopal Church in Greenville, and I am on the North Carolina Council of Churches governing board, and am excited about this particular initiative for healthy living and to really bring together leaders from the community, and in particular faith-based leaders, to bring to a new awareness, a plan that people can live healthier. And in this endeavor, Jessica Stokes, who is with the North Carolina Council of Churches, this is the first year that we have in the North Carolina Council of Churches a full-time staff person here in the East to assist churches in particular, congregations and other organizations that really want to see how to live in a much healthier way. There's so many different programs. I know my own experience has been just with starting gardens in congregations. It builds community. It offers opportunities for people to taste very good food that's done using the most important, one of the most important resources that we have here in Eastern North Carolina, and that's the land. I've seen what is happening in Canito with the Reverend Richard Joyner, an initiative to get young people farming and selling their food and having a sense of dignity and of earning for themselves and for their community while eating in a healthy kind of way. I also am the ecumenical and interfaith officer for our Episcopal church that covers all of the East from Virginia to South Carolina. And we are building a network here in the East. We've had some meetings, and we're targeting urban areas first, like Greenville and New Bern and Wilmington. But the hope is that we can make in areas where education and support for healthy living can enhance our lives together. For we are temples of God's Holy Spirit, and we need to take care of ourselves, take care of one another, and especially help one another to live as healthy a life as possible. So this is an exciting initiative. I'm so grateful to Pastor Coles, the interfaith clergy standing for the community, and for the folks that have stepped forth to be trained as leaders. We heard an excellent presentation by Dr. Ferguson, and I can tell by the questions being asked that even for those of us as leaders, there's much about how we can take care of our own health through much more natural ways of eating and being responsible stewards of the life that God has given each of us.